Okay, can you start a new game, please? Can you tell me where your lives are?
There.
Can you turn off the sound?
There, maybe?
Nope.
Do I have to find the sound thing? There's no sound button.
Okay, can you pause?
Yeah.
Can you turn off the sound?
Yeah, I can mute it now.
And can you go back to play?
Does that get rid of it?
Okay, you want to exit the game and go back to the main menu?
Or do I have to exit first?
Okay. Which one do you think?
Main
You want
menu.
to go back to the main menu?
Main menu, because it automatically exits the game if you go back to main menu. Or pauses it, one or the other. So main menu.
Could you change the difficulty level?
Okay, so I go to settings.
To
So I'm on easy, so I want to go hard. Yeah.
Could you turn up the music?
Does that pull up?
Could you go back to the main menu?
Close that.
Where would you go to see who created the game?
Info.
If you wanted to change the language of the game,
Settings. Language.
you'd press the orange language button.
Yeah, if that didn't work then I'd press English.
Okay, then you'd press English if that didn't work.
Well, I want to change the language, so I'd either press language or English. If neither of those worked.
Not the arrow beside English.
Oh, right, okay, sorry, I thought it'd be all the one. Alright.
You thought it'd be all the one?
Press the word and the arrow, same thing.
Press
So,
your
arrow, I'll go for French. Oh no, sorry, I'll go for English.
Could you go back to the main menu?
Yeah, X.
Could you start a new game?
Okay, level 1.
Could you exit the game?
Yep, press that. Exit.
Could you tell me what your thoughts were on the interface? Was there anything that you thought was confusing?
Just muting the thing, because there's no mute button. Because like, when you're on the game and you asked me to change the volume,
Yeah.
there was no volume button.
So you don't think it's a good idea that the volume button is hidden within the pause? You think it should be visible?
No, I don't think it should be visible, but generally on a normal computer your volume is kind of separate anyway, so you have your little thing at the end and you can change the volume. But like, I wouldn't have thought to look in the menu, I would have gone off looking for the volume elsewhere.
Okay. And did you like it? Or?
Yeah, it's a great game, I loved it.
Do you think it's a clear and easy to use?
Yeah. I would, you know, the way you're expecting to press on the X or the arrow or whatever, I think the word opposite it should do the same thing as the arrow.
So the word should have the same effect as the icon?
Yeah, but still have the icons as well.
But keep both?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, thanks very much. Could you change the sound? Could you exit out of that?
No.
Could you start a game? Can you see where your lives are?
Here. Here.
Yeah. And could you pause the game? And go back to the main menu? Could you resume your game? Could you turn down the volume?
I can't see the volume controls.
Okay.
Well, I love over here on the main computer. Yeah, I'll turn it down.
Could you exit the game altogether? Could you change the difficulty level? Could you change the language? Okay, could you go back to the main menu? Could you see who created the game? Could you go back to the main menu? What do you think of the interface?
I like the graphics.
Is there any part that you found confusing, or
But there's no volume controls.
that you didn't like that the volume controls were in the pause?
Probably not, no.
So you think it should be separate?
But I think in most cases people always use their own individual computer volume controls anyway.
You would have imagined that the buttons were the icons. You didn't think the word.
Oh right. Well, yeah.
You would have thought the icons.
Well, I guess I'd immediately think the icons, but as soon as you move the mouse over, you'll notice that it's the word as well. So.
Do you think it would be good to have a how to play section?
Yeah, maybe.
Just some instructions.
Yeah, like you could have a screen, a tiny demo, maybe. But I don't know. I don't play computer games, so obviously I'd need one.
Okay, thanks. Could you change the volume?
We can actually move.
Could you exit back? Could you start the game? Can you see where your lives are? Could you go back to the main menu?
Yeah.
Or you just press the text, would you?
Yeah.
Could you see the credits? Could you go back to the main menu? Could you change the language option? Okay, we don't do French, but we'll just pretend. Right, could you go back to the main menu then? Could you resume your game? Could you mute the volume? Okay, and go back to the game. So if you wanted to exit the program altogether. If you wanted to change the difficulty level. And then just go back to the main menu, I suppose. Yeah, I think that's it. What did you think? Do you think there was any bits that were confusing or any words that you didn't really...
What's this?
That's part of the gameplay, so you're collecting those.
Okay.
So that's 5 because you have... Yeah, so do you think it'd be helpful if there was a help button? Maybe just to
It'd probably
explain
be okay
the gameplay?
because once you start playing it, then you'd see it.
Yeah, was any of the buttons you found confusing?
No.
No?
No.
And the fact that the pause button contains the volume...
I only knew it because there's nothing else there,
You
but I
just
wouldn't
went for-
automatically associate the pause button with a menu.
Okay. Right. Thank you.